Hi there, Good Word fam. It's Tisha Lewis, and this is The Good Word, and I am sitting next to Emmy Award-winning actress, comedian, host, producer, Kym Whitley. What else? Did I miss anything?
Nope. Got everything in there.
Welcome to The Good Word, the DMV. You're in town hosting the BET HBCU Honors. I had a chance and opportunity to attend last night. You're super funny. Comes as no surprise.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
This is,
I'm sorry, I'm distracted. We're
okay,
in DC.
what is
I'm not used to the line of four
yes.
helicopters. Only in nation's capital would you see that.
Wow. Yes, we're in the penthouse. We're in the penthouse of our Fox 5 DC studios. And so last night you hosted the HBCU Honors. I attended last year, I attended this year. Why is it so important for you to be a part of an event like this?
Well, I'm blessed, I'm honored. Michelle Bailey created this great idea to honor people that came out of HBCUs. And this is the third year we're doing it, and the second for television. I did it last year, she asked me to come back. And I love doing it because it is showing the greatness that comes out of historically Black colleges and universities. And what makes us, and I think that's what's important, to show upcoming students that might be considering an HBCU. So I love that we do this.
And you were very funny on stage last night, but what also I took away from the event is that unmistakably, so many people gave credit to God and didn't shy away from their faith. And what is it like being someone who is a person of faith, but also in this entertainment industry?
People, it's actually, to be honest with you, it's taken me a while. And it's not God, I've said for years, but when I say Jesus, I don't know why it has taken me so many years to say Jesus or Jesus Christ. God has always been, a word that I use, but then if you really get down to it, I have a girlfriend, Earlene, she'll say Jesus Christ in a minute. And I was like, you supposed to put both names together? But I know that when I was coming up, and if I remember going to First AME Church, and I saw Arsenio Hall coming to that church every Sunday. And you know what, it made me take notice. So therefore, I'm like, what am I doing for someone? So I'm like, he's a person of faith. I should be really, getting into the word and be a person of faith. So I think about what I'm doing for people when I speak of God or speak of Jesus or speak of my beliefs, that what is it doing for someone that needs to hear that?
At what moment, what is it that caused you to lean in? What is it that caused you to feel comfortable? You didn't know we were gonna go this deep. I saw your face.
Oh my goodness, because I cannot deny my good life, my inner happiness. I cannot deny. And when people say, where does that come from? How do you get there? Of course I have parents, but I know it is the Lord. I know God has taken my life and said, it's basically lead you. I'm gonna lead your life, because I can pray for things, of course, but I don't know, when you're an actress or a comedian, you don't know what's coming next. You really don't, because it's in the universe. God has planned that way ahead. I didn't know I was gonna host the HBCU Honors. 5 years ago, I would have never thought anyone would want me to host anything. So we don't know what is ahead. So that's why I lean in, because I really lean into faith being the size of a mustard seed, being things unseen. I just know. And we were talking about this the other day. I got to read my Bible more. I was talking to Flavia, my makeup artist, and how she said, I've read the Bible cover to cover, and you get a relationship with the Lord. She said, it's not, Kym, you read it. She said, but then I see the Lord. We have a relationship. I said, come on. And we were just talking about what that happens. And she said, you could be a believer. I was like, yeah, I'm a believer. She said, but when you have a relationship, it becomes different. I was like, oh, I didn't, and I felt like I have a relationship, but I'm not in that level of a relationship, and that's probably my next journey there.
You yourself went to a historically Black college and university, Fisk alumna. Who is Kym Whitley at Fisk?
Baby,
Uh-oh.
Kym Whitley and Fisk should have been arrested.
Oh,
That's
no.
what she should have been. I was a wild child. I was a wild young adult because I didn't know where I was going. I hadn't found myself. What am I doing? I didn't even know I was going to be an actress. I wanted to, but I was just doing what my parents told me to do, go to college.
Right.
So you come out with this degree, and I was living the best life, just all over the place, having fun. And I knew I had a gift of making people laugh. But that's who Kym Whitley was. I was an artist. My degree was art major. So I was the artist on campus, making my friends that I have for life. I didn't know that these friends would become my lifelong friends. So, you know, just that journey right there.
You shared last night about your experience at an HBCU and how the professors really poured into you. They wanted to ensure your success. What moment stood out for you when it came to that student-professor relationship?
Oh, the truth? Oh my God. There's two that I remember. Calculus, and I had a teacher, he was African. I remember I was horrible at calculus. I think I had a D or something, I just couldn't understand it. And I went and I just said, you gotta help me. And the teacher took his time to explain and work with me on this. And come on, he helped me with my grade. He was not gonna let my GPA slide down. Another one, oh my God, Matthews, his name was, Dr. Matthew. Piano. I just knew I could play the piano. Honey, I was like, I'm gonna take this little piano class, I'm gonna get me some credit. I didn't know you had to play with both hands.
Scales and cadences.
Baby, I was a one piano. He's like, Kym, you have to play with both. I was like, but when I start playing with one, the other one stops. So then he told me to practice. I said, I'm not coming down here to practice because I didn't have piano in my room, but I wouldn't practice. And I remember I had a D. I said, I can't have a D in piano. So I went, and he said, once you do some extra credit, come down here and try to play with both hands. And he moved my grade up to a C.
Woo.
To HBCUs. Now I could have done that at the other schools.
Oh,
No.
When, in the entertainment industry, so much is left up to, as you said, the universe, left up to chance. When was the first time, or did you have a moment where you prayed for success or an opportunity or for a door to open?
Which camera is facing my face?
This
Which
one.
Let me explain something. I'm still praying. Are you kidding me? That's what you do. Because I will say, you can't say, oh God, please give me, I want to be on, Grey's Anatomy, pray for that. I'm more of, when I pray, I always lead with God, let it be your will. Let it be your will. And I would love to still bring light to the world and be funny, or I want a drama, I want to be able to affect people. That the bigger my star gets, the better I can help people. And even the people in my regular circle. I feed a lot of people. Because of my success, I'm able to help others. So it is, but there have been moments in my career, I've never been asked this question, because there have been moments that you find a deeper respect and a deeper love for God. When you, especially young, lose an opportunity, because it wasn't yours, but I didn't understand that. There's a role I wanted so bad, and I lost the role to someone else. And I felt like I did my best. And I would come home, I remember, and I would lay on the bathroom floor, and you just are like this, I can't take it. And I do know that in those moments that I pray and I say, God, please take this pain away and let me know that there is something else coming for me. And always I woke up the next morning like that never happened.
Wow,
So
that's a blessing.
Yes, so I know that is of God. But the biggest thing I've learned is that this industry is not my life. This is just what I do. So when you get broken down and cry because of opportunity, all right, you'll get a job, but my life is, it's my friends, it's my family, it's my son, it's my parents, it's my dog, that's my life. What I do is how I make a living. So I think that is the biggest thing that I have learned. But I learned, even my family has always been, I would say, the Christians. But we weren't big. My grandmother went to church every Sunday. Right. My mom and daddy, especially my daddy, we go to church when we went to church. But I had to find my own relationship, and I found it in college at Fisk. Heartbreak. My mother had sent me to college with a Bible. Thank God. And I remember being so broken, and I opened my Bible. I'll never forget it. And this was in college, and I opened my Bible, and I just started reading the Word. And I'm telling you, I tell people this, I just kept reading it, and the pain went away. The heartache went away. I was just like, oh, this how this goes. So that's one thing I know for sure, that reading the Word, and that's when I really became a believer, because nobody else can say, this is God, this is how it works, or whatever. It has to be your own journey and your own experience.
How would you describe your comedy?
Oh, my comedy is blue. No, it's not. My comedy, you got some good questions. Lord have mercy. How do I describe my comedy? My comedy is evolving. The more I do it, the more comfortable I get. I am a storyteller. I'm not a joke teller. I'm really a storyteller. I love telling. I tell stories about my daddy, tell stories about my son. I tell stories about my girlfriends when we travel. So that's pretty much, and I'm trying to really open that world up to more things. But really is, I have to have more experiences in order to tell stories. If I'm not traveling and living, how can I make fun of anything? So I'm a storyteller.
What's been the biggest challenge, even last night when you get on a stage and it's taped as if it's live, when you're hosting a show like the HBCU Honors, how do you get ready for something like that?
Girl, you just made me start shaking. I gotta go get my publicist, Chris Sibley, right now, because he know I'm about to say something wrong. Ooh, well, it is, I was too tight for me. I have a comedy writer with me. We've gone over the script. I know what I'm about to say. But when you first get on that stage and you feel like it's live, it wasn't live. But in my head, it was live. So I was like, don't mess up the words, say hello. This is the HBCU Honors, you have to be. But that's not Kym Whitley. I'm supposed to come on stage and, hey, y'all ready for this? I did a little bit, but it was so many words. I said them perfectly. But is that what the show is about? But you read it over, you rehearse, and you just go, really. And whatever happens, happens. You cannot, I loosened up after the first, because they were like, oh, you could do it again. Okay, because that's what you're supposed to do. Never got to do it again. So you really want your first take to always be your best take.
I did notice that this year. There weren't second takes.
No.
Remember last year, they taped some parts.
Yeah, let's get it right. But that's on me. I should have stopped the director right there and said, nope, let's do it again. But I didn't know that director. I wasn't as comfortable. Bad decision on me. But you learn, you live and learn.
But you never know. Sitting in the audience, because I was there, you'd never know.
Oh, you should have looked over at John. I texted John as soon as I walked off the stage. I saw him in the audience. I said, John, how was that? What do you think? And he said, it was good. He said, but if you get a chance to do it again, do it again. He said, I know you want to do it again, because he knows me. He knows that is not me. That should have been Sean Robinson. If you want someone like that, Sean could have come up and been very.
That's funny. What do you think about, you said you're evolving, and I know that you're a woman of faith. What do you think about gospel comedy?
I love gospel comedy. Woo, when they start talking about the people in the church, it's my favorite. I even said, let me do some of that. I think gospel comedy is, because everyone can relate to it. And if you're a churchgoer, you really can.
You really?
Jonathan Slocum is one of the best, I feel like, gospel comics out there. And, you know, I enjoy it. And I'm telling you, I wish it was something that I could do, but I'm always gonna slip in something bad.
I was just about to say, what's stopping you? What's stopping you?
I just gotta work on it, that's the thing. I gotta go to church more. You gotta go to church.
So you have more material.
So you get more material. You can't talk about the mothers of the church. You can't talk about the pastor. You can't talk about the people that got these little short skirts on unless you go and experience it.
That's funny. So we're taping this here in Bethesda, Maryland at our Fox 5 DC studios, part of the DMV. And DC in particular is a huge hub for up and coming comedians.
Yes, it is.
DC Improv, you know, they have open mic night.
Comedy Loft,
right,
that I perform at regularly.
They have, you know, so many different opportunities for up and coming comedians. I'm curious to know, when you were starting off, who is it that gave you your shot? Who is it that believed in Kym Whitley before
you need to send these questions in advance. Chris, why? Why did I get these questions in advance? Your questions are too deep. Now I got to sit here with my old brain and think, Lord have mercy. Who gave me my shot? That's interesting, because I would have to go back to the Comedy Act Theater, where we all began in Los Angeles. Wow. Michael Williams, Robin Harris was the host, me, Sherri Shepherd, the Tories, all the comics who are in my class, we were in the back. And we were afraid of Robin Harris because we knew he would crack on us, but that's where we began. Wow. And I would say that was our beginning. And I still was too fearful to even do that stage, but then Sherri would go up. So I would say, because then I was an actress too, so I ran away from that. And then I came back, and then Red Fox said, you gotta do this. You're very funny and you're cute. And I didn't do it, and he died. The day he died, I went and did 3 minutes of stand-up. Might have been 2, but it's 3 minutes at a place called the World Stage. I'll never forget it, but that was my push. Because Red Fox, you know, this was, you know, I didn't think he was that old. I thought he'd be around for a minute, you know? But that's how we would say, I really got it. And then I left comedy for a while, and then I got with Buddy Lewis. We did a club together, huge night, everybody came through. And then my second chance was with a comedian by the name of David A. Arnold. He passed away a couple years ago, but when I tell you, he was the next. If there was Kevin Hart, then there was gonna be David A. Arnold. He was brilliant. And what he said to me was, Kym, we're gonna use your celebrity to get me in the clubs. You're gonna use my comedy to stay in the club. Because I was like, I don't wanna do it, David, I don't have my act together. He said, we're gonna go on the road, we'll help you with your comedy. You're gonna get your act together. And that's what we did. I would use my celebrity, we'd go on the road, he said, she said, I would open up, introduce him to the world. Then we went back and we got on stage together. And we did that for a few years. Next thing I know, he's got 2 Netflix specials, and he was about to do Carnegie Hall when he passed. So you look at the people that are instrumental in this comedy world, and now I'm out here by myself. No, but a good thing. I just got off the road with Adam Sandler, Jimmy Kimmel. I have a residency with him in January. So it keeps me in front of people.
You know, I love comedy. Anyone who knows me, my family, friends, I love to laugh. I love to laugh. And I think, just as you talked about how reading the Bible healed your heartbreak, I feel like comedy can also heal so many people who are going through so many different things. You've talked about your friendship with Sherri Shepherd. Television host Sherri Shepherd, her show airs on Fox. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
But you've talked about that. What is it like having such a supportive girlfriend where you're not in competition, but you both want to see each other win? Because sometimes it's hard
Oh, no,
to
it's-
find that dynamic, especially when you're in the same industry and same space.
It's very hard, but Sherri has been my friend for so long, and I've, of course, been her friend, but we compete. Please. Sherri got her star on the Walk of Fame. I went and drew a star on the sidewalk. I said, I got one too, girl. But it's a great relationship. And I love her because Sherri will tell me, no, you don't accept that. You go do this like I should have. And this is where I failed again. When I host the Apollo, I do their yearly anniversary. I'm their host. Sherri calls me and says, forget the script, Kym. You got to be you. Just do your bullet points. And I usually talk to her before a show. I did not call Sherri before the HBCU Honors because she usually pumps me up and says, okay, you can say all that, but I need you to put some Kym in it. Even though she has her own show and she's working on. So just been a very good friend, you know, throughout my career, and we both have sons. So it's a wonderful thing, and I'm lucky.
I love to hear that. I love that, and I know you all are very kind of open about your friendship, and so that's how I know about it. Everyone that comes on The Good Word, we always ask them, this is probably the most important question. I think you'll like this one. We ask, what would you say is the good word?
Here we go again. What would I say is the good word? In anything or just, you just
What should
throw it
people
out?
take with them? What's the big takeaway?
Wow, the big takeaway, I think, in life for younger adults and older people, fear. You cannot, fear can be debilitating. Fear can stop you from who you are supposed to be. And whether you're a person of faith or not, fear is no good. I have dealt with fear, Sherri's dealt with fear, everyone deals with fear. But what I always say, even hosting HBCU Honors, you're a little nervous, but I say, you know what? It's gonna be over. I'm gonna be in my hotel room. It's coming. You know, God willing, the next day is coming. So you walk through fear, you do it anyway. In spite of fear, you do it anyway. Now, I don't mean jump off a bungee and jump out the cliff and all that because of fear. I'm talking about something that you want to do. I'm afraid to write a book. Why? Write it. Because you're afraid of failure? It doesn't matter, you did it. I'm afraid to go speak. You're gonna speak. The people are gonna love you or they're not, but you've done it. And these are the things, as a young adult, stopped me or slowed my career down. Had I not been so fearful of stand-up, I'd have been already, my career might have been somewhere else. So that is the word.
And you have a pretty incredible career as it stands right here today. Actress and comedian and host of HBCU Honors, Kym Whitley. Thank you so much for joining us on The Good Word. Thank you for being so candid as well.
Thank you. It was a wonderful interview.